Countdown for me, baby. Oof. Okay. Wow.
So cozy.
Don't be staring at yourself the whole time now.
I'll try not to.
Okay, I know you. Don't do it.
I'll try.
Okay. Wow. Oh my God, it's been so long.
I know.
Okay.
I'm only staring at myself now to like get in position.
Yeah, well, quit that shit.
Hey y'all.
Hi. Oh,
Guess
God.
who's back again. And Kayleigh's back.
Ooh.
Back.
Tell a friend.
Yeah.
Girl, yeah, you surprised me with that.
Cheetah girls. I practice that all day.
Cheetah girls.
I don't know.
Cheetah girls,
Cheetah sisters.
Ooh. All right, well, we're back, y'all. Hi.
We're back.
It has been a minute, a very long minute.
A long minute.
And we're like, you're looking at us.
You can see us.
If you're on YouTube. If you're listening in the car, you could pull up a picture of me. It's fine.
Not while driving.
Not while driving, but you know, if you have like Apple CarPlay, you can look at the little, you can look at us, you see us. Boy, anyway. So yeah, new update. We're on YouTube now.
We're on YouTube.
If you want to not just listen to us and watch us look like complete idiots, then yeah.
Join the couch.
Join the couch. Not this couch. There ain't enough room. All right.
I don't know. It's a tiny ass couch.
Don't be a hater. Weren't you just going on last night about how you love my couch?
I do love the couch. I picked it out for him, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. I told you it's very hard to decorate for Christmas with an orange colored couch.
True.
I'm like having problems, Yeah. So, how you been, girl?
I've been good.
Yeah?
I've been good. Busy, but good.
Okay.
And to preface this, we didn't like get into a fight and just like...
I mean, we may have fought.
I mean, every other day.
We just bicker.
But
we took a break, a much needed break. It was a very hectic time for me. I know. Like work was woo.
Same.
Because what is it? Like September? October?
September.
Yeah. So, oh my, it's been 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
It was the height of our busiest
busy
season.
Yeah. I was running 4 weddings at a time every Saturday. So, my mental health, I was like, I can't even think right now. I gotta focus on that. So yeah, we took a break, which is important. You gotta check in with your body and your mind and take a break.
And we want to give you guys the best versions of ourselves. We didn't want to come on camera or come on the podcast and just be shells of ourselves. We wanted to still be able to be ourselves and give you our all and not be little drained out minions.
Yeah, I was drained. I haven't recovered fully. I've recovered fully when I start watching new things. Because I couldn't handle it. I have this thing where like if I don't have the mental capacity, I can only watch stuff that I have watched before.
I am similar to that, but it's not always about my mental capacity. It's more, I guess maybe it's mental capacity, or maybe it's just I can't find something that's intriguing enough for me to start.
Yes, I agree with that. The other thing for me, though, is that I also, when I get sucked in,
Oh, I know.
hard. Sorry about that. But yeah, when I get sucked into something, I have to commit. I'll just be on the couch, which maybe that's what I do need, but
it's old TLC.
I did it with things I've already seen before. So yeah, I'm finishing up on my one series, and then I think after that I'll be good. I can start watching new things, so I can catch up on all the things that you've been yelling at me to watch.
What's the number one?
Tell Me Lies.
Season 2, baby.
Yeah,
season 2.
I gotta rewatch season 1. And
yeah,
then
you should.
I could do season 2. But honestly, that's been so long since that came out. So.
I know. I did that, though. I rewatched season 1 before season 2 because it was such a long time.
Yeah. there is only a couple things that I like. I remember the idea of like, you know, all the stuff that's happening, but I really only remember the like, I guess they're like the present day ones, or like not the flashbacks, because isn't the whole show like a flashback?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's, I only remember the present day stuff where they're at like the party and
Oh, that's crazy.
and
Okay,
like
you
that.
definitely have to rewatch.
Yeah, I know.
It's all
I
about
couldn't even tell you
fast.
the characters' names.
Girl.
Yeah. Is it the same cast in it though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That one
It just
guy.
picks up where it left off.
I know. That one guy though, he does not do well for, you know, toxic relationships, but you know you want it so bad.
I know,
like,
you gotta love and hate Steven.
Oh, that's his name. Yeah.
Steven
I
and
remember.
Lucy.
Didn't remember Lucy.
She's a man. Of course.
At first I thought you said she's a man. Like, oh, cool. Good for her. Yeah, so what have you been up to though?
Something, similar to you. Work has just been really busy, end of September, all of October, and pretty much November has been the busiest time for me, at least. And this is my first year doing wedding planning and, my first year with my career change. So, been really great, but a lot of learning curves, a lot of like understanding my bandwidth, a lot of, oh shit, I shouldn't have scheduled that much this week. Just learning, being more of like an independent contractor, understanding and learning how to now work my calendar. So it's been really helpful to have this time off just for me to be able to do that and focus on that and learn and grow and not juggle too many things at one time.
Listen, you know I love a calendar.
Oh, I live off my
calendar.
Same. Totally.
Like, I remember when we first started this, I was like, girl, we're going to have a calendar. But you weren't like the biggest with the calendar back then.
I've always been on my Google Calendar.
Do you think? Because I was sending you calendar invites and you was not responding.
Well, the thing is I didn't have the Call Me Crying calendar synced up, nor my personal one just yet at that point. But now I have like 4 different email addresses. So I finally linked them all to the same Google Calendar versus having to have 4 separate calendars.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, when I'm in my car, if you're like on Apple, I don't know why I'm talking about Apple CarPlay so much, but like if you are on like using maps and you want to also like see the song that's playing, there's like that one screen that has the 3 different things. But if you have calendar things, it just shows you the image of and I'm like, God damn. And I'm like, I want to disable it, but I can't. I miss things on the calendar.
Also, after this, we're going to look back because I don't think you sent me anything.
Girl, don't be arguing with me about this.
I'm going to fucking fight with you after this.
You fight with me every time. You came in fighting with me. What did you say? Oh, it's my Christmas tree on Ozempic.
It is. If I could show y'all.
You ain't seen my Christmas tree. It's tiny. It's small.
Also, the front door was locked. It was cold outside. I was knocking.
You were late. And also, she was knocking so quietly. Like,
you have a dog. I try not. Opposite of you, when you come into my house, you're like, "Hey, girls," and they're fucking barking up a storm. They're freaking out.
Your girls go crazy as soon as I pull the slider.
Yeah.
So what? Why be quiet? And the sooner I talk to them, the sooner they're going to be quiet. Finn don't bark.
I've heard him bark before.
Like twice.
Because Matt doesn't feed him.
Oh, that's a lie. Don't be putting that shit out there.
You want to fuck around and find out.
Listen, don't be having PETA on my doorstep, okay? They're butterball turkeys.
They got enough turkeys to handle.
Oh, God.
If y'all had butterball turkeys this Thanksgiving.
Which I did see that was also old. Like, that incident happened years ago. So it's like, we all probably had fucking...
What you talking about? We're constantly getting the free turkey from ShopRite.
I know, but you never know. I've never looked at the brand of the turkey before.
I think it's always Shady Brook.
Well, I hope so.
You wouldn't know.
Honestly, I'm gay. I've already had that stuff in my mouth before, so it's fine.
Okay, well.
You too, girl. I know you have. You freak. She a freak.
Fuck the furthest fuck off.
So, yeah. So, holidays.
Holidays.
We're in the middle. So quick update for y'all. I know back in September we had talked that we were going to do all these festive.
We had talked
fall,
all this game about like we can go pumpkin picking,
Yeah.
we're gonna go apple picking, we're gonna do all these fall fun things. Bitch, we did nothing.
We did zero.
We didn't even carve a pumpkin.
We didn't, and the only reason we had pumpkins was because Josh had grown them in the backyard. We didn't like go look.
Homegrown pumpkins.
Yeah, I don't think I did a single. We did go what?
Well, we did watch like scary movies. We did like the Halloween movies, decorated for Halloween. Didn't even pass out Halloween candy. Just put that shit on the front porch.
Yeah. Oh, we did go to a Halloween party though.
We went to a Halloween party. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
So we did some stuff. We just didn't do the like
the things we
family, friend, fun things that we talked about.
Yeah.
But we planned a night to carve pumpkins, but then we just like ended up watching all these.
Did we?
Yeah. Josh got all the supplies. We looked through the book.
Oh yeah, I picked mine out.
Pictures out. I was gonna paint mine because I was protesting. And then we ended up watching fuck off. Halloween movies. Didn't get done until like 11 o'clock at night. And we were like, let's go to bed. And then Josh stayed up for like 20 minutes to carve a pumpkin just so we had a pumpkin outside for the trick-or-treaters.
It's not like they could see
pronunciate today.
They couldn't see it because Josh had, I don't know, some colored light bulb. You could barely see. Every time I took your dogs outside, I'm like, I cannot even see the dog.
Well.
Thank God it's Christmas now and he has white lights outside. Doesn't he not like that though?
No, yeah, he wants colored lights outside. He wants like the multicolor. He's like 90s Christmas kid.
Yeah.
Which we're 90s Christmas kids too, but he wants to keep 90s Christmas decorations present.
Josh?
Current.
I know I say this all the time. Josh is literally my dad.
Oh, 1,000%.
Like I'm like, are you sure he's not like it? There's so
you want to go there?
What? Girl, no, we're not going there. Nope. Sorry, backtrack. Taking that back. Yeah. No, seriously. That's like when so Thanksgiving just passed and we had Thanksgiving dinner and Josh had gotten the turkey.
Oh, I can't wait to tell this
story. So it was at your guys' house and
because we got it for free. So instead of bringing it down to Matt's parents who usually do the turkey, we were like, we'll just put it in the fridge here. We'll defrost it here. And then we'll bring it down to you guys on Thanksgiving morning. Well, Josh had this whole plan to... First, he was going to brine the turkey. Him and Matt's dad were going to do that together. But the turkey was like pre-brined. I don't know. So then anyway, Thanksgiving morning comes around. Josh gets the turkey out, is getting it ready. And then he's getting all of like the seasonings and stuff ready. And I'm like, does Uncle Ed know that you're seasoning the turkey?
Can I pause real quick and just preface this?
Yeah.
Because for most people, this is probably normal. My dad, I don't think has ever seasoned the turkey in his life. No offense, Ed.
We love you, Ed.
But it's like he rubs it down with butter, puts some stuffing inside, and throws that in the oven. He doesn't...
She's a pale bitch.
She is a pale, dry, tasteless bitch. Dry, so okay, continue.
So then I asked Josh, does Uncle Ed know you're like seasoning the turkey? Because you know, he had his butter, he had his seasonings, he made this injector concoction. Like he was going balls to the wall, which is great because, you know, it ended up being delicious. But Uncle Ed has always done the turkey. So I'm like, does he know? I'm not trying to cause any issues. Thanksgiving morning. He's like, oh no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So he's making his injector concoction and he's getting all of the butter. He has a cheesecloth to put on top of it. Like he did his research, was excited. So Matt came over and you came over.
We're not going to say why I came over.
He stopped by to say, hey.
I had to get something.
And Josh was finishing up the turkey and was like, before you go down, I'll just like, let's go together. Because Matt's parents' house is also in walking distance of us. So Matt's like, okay. And You asked, what did you ask?
Well, because he was like doing a lot with the turkey.
While you were
so I saw him like shoving butter all up under the skin. And then he had said something about the injector, how like he was injecting it and it was like squirting out. And then he listed the stuff in the injection, whatever, serum, whatever. And he's going and he goes, some hot sauce. And my eyes were so big.
Matt's face was like in utter shock because also your family, they eat like
pepper is hot for them. Okay?
Yeah,
pepper
like
is
a paprika is if you're feeling a little spicy, but that's as far as it goes. And Matt looks at me and I'm like, this was not my idea because I'm like the hot sauce queen. I love hot sauce on everything. But I was like, this was not me. This was Josh. He's like, I put adobo all over it. And Matt's face is literally like just in shock. So then they get the turkey, they go down, and I'm just waiting like for a text that Ed's pissed, Josh is out of the family. Josh is Uncle Ed's favorite though. Like,
I don't know if you can say that.
Not out of kids.
I mean,
out of nephew.
Okay, well.
All right, never mind. We're gonna cut that.
We're gonna cut that.
We're gonna cut that.
There's family that listen to this.
Josh and Uncle Ed are close because they're so similar. So I didn't really expect that to happen, but still, I was like interested to see. But what was the response?
Well, so when we left, Josh, I was like, thank God, put the cheesecloth like soaked in butter on the turkey because I was like, we're gonna take this turkey down, and Ed's gonna be like, what is all over this turkey? Because Josh was like putting all the stuff on it. So the turkey was covered. So I was like, okay, cool. The other issue with trying to get it down was like we had to walk down the hill and it had just snowed and I had slipped on my way up. So we're terrified we're going to drop the turkey. So then we get to the house and my dad's in the bathroom. Go to the bathroom. So me and Josh are there just like, la, 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 la. So we're there. Josh is like looking at my parents' dog because we'll get into that. My parents' dog had just had surgery.
One-eyed bandit.
Yeah, he one-eyed bandit now. So finally Ed comes out and luckily like doesn't really notice anything. Josh and I are there. So we're like, oh, we'll help you like stuff the turkey. Which that experience, I was like, I want to kill myself. Ed and Josh were like, all fingers in.
It was like the turkey was at a gynecologist appointment.
It was, yeah, but it was like, it wasn't the big hole. You know what I'm talking about? It wasn't the one end where you like that has the bigger, I don't know how to talk about this. It was the top part of it with like the smaller hole.
You mean the neck, like where the neck was?
Sure. Yes. Yeah, you're right. So they're just like, hands in and they're like, all right, stuff it. So now I'm over here with the spoon stuffing this shit in.
And you guys got that crazy contraption.
Well, that was the other end. That was the bottom of the turkey where that went in. So that was fine. Like it's like a cage. You put the stuffing in and then you shove the cage into the turkey. But yeah, it was a very weird experience. But at that point, Ed still like the turkey was wrapped in the cheesecloth, so we had no idea that anything was done to the turkey
until after he ate
it. And then we told him.
Well, I think he got distracted by the ham.
The whole debacle with the ham. So I go to my parents' house because they had just also gotten like a new furniture piece. So I was putting it together.
Right.
And they're there watching Harry Potter.
Oh.
And we could talk about that too. So they're there watching Harry Potter and my dad's like, oh, the ham has to be in for this long. And like, I'm not thinking about it. I've made the ham in previous years. So like, I was just not thinking about it. He was like, oh, I have all this, the ingredients and stuff. Cool. So then finally, like my sister comes over with my nieces. My other sister comes and we're supposed to eat dinner at 5.
Yeah.
It's like 3:00 now. So all of a sudden Ed's like, oh, I have to turn the ham on. Still don't realize anything. But then he comes and he's like, yeah, it has to be on for an hour and 80 minutes. And I was like,
that math ain't mathing.
say that again, Ed. What? He's like, for an hour and 80 minutes. And I'm like, there's only 60 minutes in an hour. So what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, wait, maybe it's 180 minutes. And I'm like, that is a big difference, which I don't even know where he got 180 minutes from, because his math was wrong. The turkey or the ham was supposed to be in the crock pot for 4 hours. He put it on at 3 for us to eat at 5. So we figured, like, okay, so now we're thinking, I'm like, okay, what if we like wrap it in aluminum foil? What if I take it to my house, throw it in my oven?
Because the oven there was full.
The oven there was full. So I'm like, I could take it to my house. So Josh calls me to help you guys bring down the rest of your food. I'm like, I'm in the middle of a ham problem right now.
Well, I called you 5 minutes before, not knowing, like, hey, we're going to come down. And you're like, okay, see you soon. And I'm like, he's not in holiday spirit. I'm going to be coming there to talk to him.
Yeah, it was rough. But the ham, it was what it was. It was one of those, like, it was already cooked hams.
It was a pre-cooked ham. It was just getting it to
the temperature it needed to be
hot, and we made it work.
Yeah, it ended up not reaching that temperature, so we sliced it, threw it back in the oven. It all worked out. It was perfect. It was fine. But yeah, so I think those were the only two snafus.
But also the great thing, and I said this to you that day, the great thing about Matt and Josh's family is no one was freaking out. It was fine, though. It was like, all right, whatever. Yeah. We'll eat a little later. We'll put it in the oven. We'll slice it up. Like, it wasn't oh my God, this holiday is ruined. Yeah. Which I think some families.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
if we were that type of family, I could just picture how insane it would be.
It would be insane because there's snafus,
The only snafu that was like, bruh, we didn't have no damn mac and cheese. Crystal changed it up. She didn't make mac and cheese. She made this corn casserole, which was great. Good. It was great. It was great. No, it was good. I was like, oh, give me some more. But yeah, there was no mac and cheese.
I know.
So yeah. But that was Thanksgiving. Now we're preparing for Christmas.
Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Finney's here, guys.
Finn.
So did you say New Year's Eve?
Christmas Eve.
Oh, Christmas Eve. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
But not to quickly take us in a new direction here. But speaking of Ed and Cindy watching Harry Potter on Thanksgiving, Kayleigh had never seen all of the Harry Potter movies. And so what was it? Like 3 days we watched it?
3, yeah.
So we were like, okay, let's do a Harry Potter marathon, which the funny thing about this, remember, we had planned it. And then the day before my wedding,
you had a Harry Potter themed wedding.
The theme was Harry Potter,
that was crazy.
It was so well done. It was so well done. That wedding was.
I saw the pictures. It looked great.
But yeah, Kayleigh watched Harry Potter. So give us a little bit about this, because you didn't. What had you seen prior?
I think I saw the first 3 movies, but like a while ago. I think I saw the first one like a bunch of times. Mm-hmm. But other than that, like the other 2 out of the 3, like maybe 1 or 2 times. But I was just not a Harry Potter person growing up. My best friend was, and maybe I let her have that. But y'all, you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
I went through an emotional roller coaster. And I am an annoying person when it comes to movies. I have questions. So it took us a little longer to watch through all of them, because I was like, pause, I got a question. Pause, I got a question.
That one movie, she was trying to pause, and I was like, if you don't put your phone down and watch this damn movie, I'm not going to tell you what's happening.
My phone, though, I was looking at the Wikipedia page because I got a little confused.
Which we had also discussed. She was not allowed.
After the 3rd one, I was no longer allowed to look through spoilers. Yeah. I had like known a couple already through, these series, just these movies just being out for a while. Mm-hmm. But oh my God, Dobby destroyed me.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, if y'all didn't see it.
Hopefully you all saw it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the last Dobby. 3, you were wrecked.
And I was getting my period, so like,
yeah.
Imagine your reaction times fucking 10. I also thought when Dumbledore died, I thought he was coming back. So I didn't properly mourn him dying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my biggest regret.
Yeah. You know, when he died, I was shocked that you didn't cry. But when you cried, like when Dobby died, when Snape died, when George died, George or Fred, one of them. I was nervous. You were like uncontrolled. You would have thought that someone just like killed one of your dogs.
Sobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't decide. It was either Snape or Dobby was the worst for me.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that Dobby died though? Like prior to that?
I think after he died, I was like, I think I knew he died.
Yeah, because you had said something right before he died, and I was like, oh. Josh and I just looked at each other.
I like when it was happening, it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What else really got me? I think when like Dumbledore, something with Dumbledore, not before he died, also was making me cry. Wow, those movies, great. I want to rewatch.
Yeah.
I need a break though, just an emotional break. Fantastic Beasts.
Okay, this is the next part. So we're trying to watch everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we tried to watch Fantastic Beasts, the first one, with Kayleigh. She hates it. She was like, I don't want to watch it.
It was just a little boring. And to watch it right after Deathly Hallows, you know.
I mean, it was a couple days.
Right after, like, that was the last one I saw.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know what I mean? Expectations.
Yeah. But it's like a different, you know, storyline, stuff like that. But you have to keep watching.
I will.
You just have to, you know.
I like the darker Harry Potter movies.
Surprise, surprise.
Because I was talking with Josh's sister, Becky. She's a big Harry Potter person.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, all the movies, I was texting her, like, what the fuck? I was texting her, like, during movie 3, like, when is this shit gonna get good? Yeah. But then, obviously, it turned for me. And
didn't you text her, like, fuck Dumbledore or something?
I was pissed at Dumbledore.
Yeah.
Because I thought, hold on. It was flashback with Snape, and Snape saying that you got close to Harry just because you knew in order for Voldemort to die, Harry had to die. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, fuck this dude. Yeah. Like, yeah, he's dead. Good. But then I realized why. I figured it out. You know, the Deathly Hallows triangle.
Not throwing up signs.
Gang, gang.
Watch it, girl. We are not affiliated
with a Harry Potter gang.
So yeah, Harry Potter.
Great.
Virginity gone.
She taken.
Pop the cherry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I gotta rewatch again though, because it's a lot to absorb.
Yeah.
Like people's names. I still don't remember my girl's name.
What girl?
You gotta tell me every single episode.
Who?
Professor
McGonagall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love her.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Oh, nice.
It's not like they can remake the movies now because everyone be dying.
There are so many people that are dead. Josh was pointing them out for a while. I'm like,
I know. I'm like, can you stop? Can you stop?
Way to murder my childhood. Thank you so much.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Wow. Now we got to find another series to watch. But I don't know. I mean, there are other series, but like, I thought Josh was going to try to do like Lord of the Rings. And I was like, no.
Matt's never seen Twilight.
I've never seen Twilight. I have no desire to see Twilight.
The movies are awful, but like addicting.
Yeah, I
like if you compare the movies to Harry Potter, you'd be like, "What the fuck is this bullshit? What budget did they have for these movies?"
Also, I don't know. It's just like the memes that came out of that movie are great.
They're great,
but I don't think I could.
Oh, when Edward Cullen died in Harry Potter, I cried.
Oh, yeah, Cedric. Yeah,
that was sad.
You kept calling him Edward the whole time too, and I was like, "That's not his name."
Got an allegiance.
Okay, well, pick a new one because Cedric Diggory.
What is going to be our next movie series, though?
I don't know. Although, I mean, we have time to figure it out because now we're into like Christmas movies, which we haven't watched any.
We haven't.
What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Home Alone.
Okay. Which one?
I could always go back and forth. Probably 2.
That's a good one.
Probably 2.
Yeah.
It's the one that makes me feel like the most holiday.
Because he's like in the city and it's
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love you know, New York City, Christmas time.
Yeah. Okay.
What about you?
My favorite is The Grinch, Jim Carrey's version.
I appreciate that.
That is like
Top 3 for me as well.
But it was between that and The Family Stone because I also love The Family Stone.
I feel like it's one of the most underrated Christmas movies. I feel like people are starting to talk about it now, but I feel like when it came out and like years after, it wasn't as like not as many people saw it.
Yeah.
Same with Christmas with the Cranks. That's a good fucking Christmas movie.
I haven't seen Christmas with the Cranks, I think, since it came out.
I thought we watched it last year. Maybe we didn't.
I don't know. We have to go through our list though.
Do you know what Christmas movies I hate? Fucking claymation.
You have said this.
I hate claymation Christmas movies.
Don't you also not like the Muppet ones?
Not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas. Hate that movie.
I agree. Sorry if you like it.
Yeah, just not me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not a cartoon movie person though to begin with. So like that kind of.
You mean you don't like Disney movies?
Oh, I like Disney movies, but like, what do you mean?
You said cartoon.
I mean, I'll appreciate cartoon Disney movies, but like traditional Disney movies, like I wanted to watch Little Mermaid the other day and you said no.
Okay, well, yeah. We had our reasons.
But like Christmas cartoon movies, just not my thing.
Okay. All right. So then we have to prep our movie list, but
we do.
So what else are we? What we're gonna try to be festive. I had this conversation with you the past couple years for Christmas. I have just been like bleh.
Same.
Because I don't feel like I just don't feel festive. I stopped going shopping in person. I was buying stuff online. So it wasn't like I was like immersed in the
holiday spirit.
Also, the past couple years, like I've had weddings all the way through December. So like I wasn't really in it. Where this year, I'm like, nah, I really want to be in it. Like I want to feel that.
Well, we're on the same page with that. Because for me, I've always worked Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, sometimes Christmas morning. So for me, it was like really just Christmas Day. I had time to be like festive. But then it's kind of like you have to do a lot of things that day. So I didn't have as much lead up to be in the holiday festive spirit, which I do have that thankfully this year. Josh literally decorated on November 1st for Christmas. So we've been in the Christmas spirit since then.
So stupid.
He's that person for sure.
Yeah.
But what we've been talking about things that we want to do to immerse ourselves even more. We're going to make a plan to go to the city because growing up, that was one of my favorite things to do is go to the city around Christmas time. And, you know, it's fun to see the tree, but just to be like, I don't know, in the city around the holidays is fun. Just seeing the decor. I like seeing all of the like window displays for shops in the area. That's used to always be my favorite thing. We're going to go shopping in person because I have done that the past few years where 98% of my shopping is done online. And I just want to be more festive, be more out there.
I have such a hard time, like this year specifically. I used to be so good at this. I have no idea what to get anyone.
I know.
And like I don't know. Maybe this is why actually it's hard for me because I used to be so good where I would just go into a store and I could find a ton of shit to buy people.
But I think that's why we have to do it this year. Because I think, at least me, I've planned when I'm going to get someone, go online, find it, and then call it a day. Versus I kind of want to get inspired a little bit more this year. Don't get me wrong. I have to do some planning on what I'm going to get certain people, of course. But there's some people and some gifts that I want to find something that I feel like, oh, this is perfect for them.
Yeah. No, I have to be festive this year.
And I'm the type of person where I like going shopping with another person. I don't like going shopping by myself. I don't know. It's just something about me. I prefer to go with someone else and like make it a day, make it a plan.
Are you, because I can agree with that, but I'm also, are you the type of shopper with a person where you have to stay with them?
No, we could
Okay.
divide and conquer.
Like if we went into a store and you were like, okay, this is what I have to get from
Totally.
here.
I'm not trying to take 2 hours.
Okay, cool.
I'm also decisive when it comes to shopping. I'm not trying to spend hours every aisle, every section.
Yeah.
I like to have an idea of what I'm looking for, still be inspired but while I'm there, but I'm not trying to be there all day.
Yeah.
I want to hit a couple stores, spend the afternoon.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those like be there at 9 a.m. and leave at 5 p.m. Fuck that.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. People do that.
No way. If you do that, like, sorry, not sorry, that is a lot.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Mm-hmm. And then come home with like 3 things.
Also, yeah, no.
I don't think I've even been to a mall since like 2020.
You know I love a mall.
I used to
People
love
make fun of me.
the Poughkeepsie Galleria. That used to be my shit.
I always go to the
Middletown.
Crystal Run one.
Yeah.
Okay, so going back though, because I have to talk about this. Christmas decor decorating, like the timeline behind that. You're like Josh, maybe you'll watch us now. What the hell is that? You know what, Becky, you too.
Becky, you influenced my husband.
Yeah, you're an instigator.
I mean, kind of, because Josh was planning. I had a wedding that day. And I knew I was going to the wedding. I knew I was going to come home and the house was going to have some decorations. And I came home and the house did not have some decorations. It was 90% decorated. And I'm like, I knew it. And he's like, yeah, I was just going to put a couple things out, but I called my sister and she was decorating. So then I just fully went for it. And I secretly love it. I'm not going to lie. And the reason I secretly love it is because I feel like my house looks its best decorated for Christmas. It's just like the setting and I don't know. It just like.
Your house is cozy.
It's cozy. So like Christmas decor wise, it's like that much more cozy. So I do love it because then it extends our time to have it look like that. But he's the decorator. Let me just when it comes to holiday decor. Not home decor, hon. But what?
Nothing. I'm nothing.
Matt's the decorator. Is that what you're getting at?
I'm the influencer. Okay?
Yeah. House is still not fully decorated.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
It's getting there. But yeah, he's the decorator. Like he loves decorating for a holiday, and I just let him do it. I just like take it.
You do have some problems though. You hate the bows.
Well, he went a little rogue this year. And when I said it was done 90%, I meant there was still 10% left for him to do spread out over time. And I came home from, I don't know where I was, from work or something. Maybe it was a wedding. And I came home and there were just all of these black and red checkered Christmas bows hanging on every single one of our cabinet doors. And then go to the bathroom and there's mini ones on those cabinet doors. And he's like, yeah, I got them at the dollar store. And I'm like, I can tell.
They do look cute though.
They're cute. They're just like not what I would have gone for, but it's fine. I have to give him some, like this is his time of year. I love this too, but he loves this. And like, if it makes him happy, I'm happy.
I don't know. Like some decorating for me, and like your house is not really all like that crazy, but like for me, I'm just like, I couldn't go with all that stuff up for 2 months. Yeah. Like I got to a point where once I moved into my own place years ago, like December 26th, it is time to take this tree out. Like, yeah. Where like my parents are very much like, you can't take it down until after something where
Little Christmas?
Yeah, if I paid attention to CCD, I'd be able to give you the technical term.
You know me and CCD.
I think it's like something with an epiphany or something. I don't know.
No, it's the last day of the 12 days of Christmas. Oh, I guess I'm not explaining it in biblical biblical
Yeah, I'm talking
terms?
biblical terms. It's something with an epiphany. The epiphany is that it's time to take down your damn Christmas tree.
Y'all know what I did in church. I colored Jesus.
Yeah. I was too busy hiding. Please don't, I don't know, excommunicate me.
Don't out me.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like some things I'm totally, your house though, like the just, I don't know. It's not like overwhelming at
It's
your
not
house.
at all. And I think maybe I also love it because we're still working on the other decor, the non-holiday decor.
Yeah.
So I think once that's done, I would in line with you a little bit more about not wanting it up for so long.
Yeah.
But it just like adds something because my house is a little bare right now without certain things.
Like
up.
at my parents' house, when I go to their house after Christmas, I'm like, take it down because it's a lot. Like the tree is huge and like.
Do they have a real tree?
No.
Yeah.
Ed would never have a real tree.
Firefighter, y'all.
He goddamn nervous about everything catching fire.
That's why we originally switched to not doing a real tree. Like
where?
At my house.
You guys always had a real tree though.
Not last year. The reason we didn't do it is because I was like, oh, I saw a TikTok video of this family in Pennsylvania all dying. And I was like, we're not doing it. And then we were like, oh, we're going to save cost. And then we were going to do a real one this year. And then that's a whole other TED Talk.
Yeah, because now you have what, like a 2-foot tree?
It's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I know, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's fine.
We're going back and forth. Our living room is small. We have dogs. We don't have kids yet. So we're like, I don't know.
You don't really need. Because
it's decorated otherwise well, Christmas, it doesn't feel like there's a void.
Yeah. No, I get that. But yeah, so on, timeline wise, I don't know. I can't get on board with anything. My dad actually this year tried to put the Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. And I was like, nope, not doing it. Normally we put it up the weekend after. Right. So either the Friday or the Saturday. But we couldn't do that this year. So we're doing it this week. Because it's also a whole family.
Which is so cute. I love that.
Yeah.
We used to do that at my parents'.
It's a whole thing with the kids. Today I went over there and I was like, we're still on for Wednesday. He's like, yeah, we just have to figure out the time. I'm like, okay, well, I think everyone works. He's like, okay, and what do you guys want to eat? I'm like, are we like making food? And I said Chinese because I love Chinese. He was like, I was thinking we can order a couple pies. I was like, all right, fine. Whatever.
Free food.
Yeah. So.
Do you decorate for holidays outside of Christmas?
No.
Okay.
I used to do fall, like but no, I don't.
Side note, remember my mom's hand towel when we went to
fam.
When we went to see my parents in Florida, not this past spring, the spring before. And my mom's hand towel, she likes to decorate and have cute stuff. But her hand towel on the oven said, "Hey fall." And I was like, Mom, it's April. And she's like, I thought it said, "Hey fam." My favorite thing ever. We only just started decorating for Halloween. I think last year was like the first year that we really did it. But otherwise, just Halloween and Christmas. I'm not like a
St. Patrick's Day. Josh does.
Yeah, but he'll do that like
day of.
Yeah, and then take it right down.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have like hand towels for every season. Doormats for every season, signs for every season. Like I can't.
Like, listen, if I had a big, huge house, I probably would go hardcore on my decor. The one thing that I would definitely go hardcore on is like the outside stuff.
I'm always jealous of people with like front doors and porches. Like the porch. I guess we do like seasonal florals and stuff outside. You know what I mean? For like spring and summer. But
yeah. No, I was always so upset growing up because Ed wouldn't let us have blow-ups outside. And I always wanted blow-ups. Yeah. Nowadays I could care less, but
Josh was saying we should get a Christmas blow-up. I'm like, That's going to take up our whole front yard.
It will.
It
Also,
will.
the other day I was going to get a haircut and I drove past this one house and it must have been like a 20-foot inflatable reindeer. It was huge.
I can't.
I was like, what the hell? Yeah, it was crazy.
That's not my type of thing.
But yeah, so that is yeah, that's holiday. I don't know.
Holiday.
I'm loving it now, seeing all the decor. I'll be over it soon though.
Yeah.
I'm festive, just
Yeah, no, it looks festive in here.
in
It looks
spirit.
nice.
Don't get me started. I'm not into the holiday decor this year at my house. But I'm also like, I'm not. I almost went and bought all new shit, but I was like, don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap.
I felt that this year that I wanted to like add stuff and buy stuff, and I'm like, I just need to save my money for like Christmas shopping.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep. That's how I feel.
Because every year I'll want to do something new.
And every year, normally, this is why I gotta stay at home goods, because I'll just go in and be like, oh yeah,
and then you ring up.
I'm like, okay. And then that's the other thing with all the decor. I'm like, okay, it's not gonna sit out the longest, but I don't know. Maybe I'm like supporting the early decorators. I don't know, y'all. I'll get back to you next year. See how
he's going through it still.
I'm going.
He's going through
all
it
the time. All the time. Oof. All right. Well, I think that kind of gets us through everything for today. But we're back. Sorry, I know we went away so long. We ghosted, girl. We ghosted.
We didn't plan.
There was no hey y'all, we're gonna take a short break. We just ghosted.
Yeah, we Irish goodbye.
So hopefully you missed us. And yeah, we're back.
We're back. So, we got a lot to talk to you about.
We got a lot. We got a whole list of stuff. We're like re-energized.
I know.
That was so gay. But yeah, so Call Me Crying. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at Call Me Crying Podcast. Catch us on YouTube. Let us know how we look. Not really. I'm just kidding about
Don't
that.
tell us.
But yeah, every Thursdays, new episodes. And that's what we got for y'all. So
send us your stories.
Oh yeah, we do have. Yeah, we have forgot that part. We have a website, callmecrying.com. Also, callmecrying@gmail.com. Send us your stories. I love stories.
I know.
So tell us. You know what I want to hear? This is my request from everyone. I want you to tell me the deep, dark things that you cannot say out loud about holidays with your family.
And to add to that, tell us some of like the craziest, funniest, worst holiday stories.
Yes. Also send me dessert recipes because you know I love dessert.
Matt doesn't know how to cook.
It's not that I don't know how to cook. I don't like cooking.
Okay.
Don't roast. We're not starting here. All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us. See y'all soon.